out there. I talked to Denzel Ward. I done talked to some people. He looked different. There's a difference when that young bull is out there spinning that ball. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Difference. I'm talking about football. I ain't talking about no media and all that hoopla and all them, on Twitter, they putting up the numbers. He was 10 for 12 for 2 touchdowns. I'm talking about when he's at the helm, he looks different, whether he's going with the first team, second team, or third team.
The Cleveland Browns might be pulling off the slickest quarterback smokescreen of the entire NFL offseason. And the haters, they're absolutely fuming. Because while most fans, analysts, and even rival GMs have been obsessing over Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, a quiet storm has been brewing behind the scenes, and its name is Shadur Sanders. Let's unpack the shocking reports, the subtle clues, and the growing buzz around Shadur Sanders.
Jimmy Haslam, many believe, forced Andrew Berry and Stefanski to draft Shadur Sanders. They drafted Dylan Gabriel probably a round or two early, hoping to get out of the Shedeur sweepstakes. So the question is, at some point, Haslam's going to come down and say, play Shadur Sanders.
The rookie QB who might already be the guy in Cleveland. This is the story the Browns don't want you to know, but the locker room whispers are getting louder. It started like most NFL gossip bombs do, in whispers. An anonymous Browns staffer slipped a casual line to a beat reporter. Shedur's taking first-team reps, but only on the second field. Wait, what? That seemingly innocuous tip set the internet ablaze. Why would the Browns stash their shiny new fifth-round QB on a separate field, away from the media and general spotlight?
Out there, I talked to Denzel Ward.
Yep.
I talked to some, but I didn't say the name. But anyway, I done talked to some people. He looked different. There's a difference when that young bull is out there spinning that ball. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Difference. I'm talking about football. I ain't talking about no media and all that hoopla and all them, on Twitter, they putting up the numbers. He was 10 for 12 for 2 touchdowns. I'm talking about when he's at the helm, he looks different, whether he's going with the first team, second team, or third team. It don't matter.
This simply a developmental move. Or were they hiding something? Then came the quote that blew the lid off. Denzel Ward, the All-Pro cornerback, a guy who only runs with the first-team defense, casually said in a presser, "There's a difference when that young bull is out there spinning that ball." He wasn't talking about Pickett. He wasn't talking about Gabriel. Everyone in that room knew. He was talking about Shedeur. The Browns are no strangers to quarterback drama. After the Deshaun Watson chaos and the Baker Mayfield soap opera, this franchise knows better than to let QB controversy spiral in July. So what do you do when the QB you drafted as a project starts outperforming your hand-picked veterans in front of the players? You split the fields. You manage the narrative. You control the optics. The Browns set up 2 parallel practice fields. Field A, where the media camps out, features Gabriel and Pickett rotating reps. Pretty standard. But Field B, that's where it goes. Juicy. That's where Shedeur reportedly has been getting full first-team reps, throwing to Amari Cooper, David Njoku, and Elijah Moore. And guess who else is on that field? Yep, Denzel Ward. Let's be honest. Players know. They know who can ball and who can't. Coaches might protect a depth chart, but players, they talk. And what's being said in the Browns locker room is starting to echo across the league. Word is, Shedeur has command, not just talent. He knows the playbook, anticipates windows, makes veteran-style adjustments, and most importantly, he's earning respect. One Browns lineman was overheard saying, "Dude talks like he's been in the league 5 years." And even though Shedeur hasn't spoken much publicly, insiders say he's all business. No social media showboating, no complaints about reps, no drama. This is the same Shedeur who grew up around greatness, with Hall of Famer Deion Sanders as his father and mentor. He's been groomed for this moment his whole life. Let's real. The media circus surrounding the Browns quarterback situation has been nothing short of dizzying. One minute, Mary Kay Cabot and other insiders are downplaying Shadur Sanders as just another rookie, claiming he's developing slowly, like a project piece or a clipboard holder in a baseball cap. And then, not even a week later, the narrative does a full 180. Now, Shedur's poise is undeniable, and his arm talent? Suddenly elite. Sound suspicious? That's not just a change of opinion. That's a coordinated media pivot. And when you connect the dots, it's clear the Browns are orchestrating this entire show like a magician waving one hand while hiding the trick in the other. According to sources close to the team, and even from inside the facility itself, Shedeur has been getting meaningful first-team reps. But here's the thing. Those reps happen when the media's cameras are off. That's not a coincidence. That's a calculated move. Why? Because the Browns don't want the world to know what they know, at least not yet. While Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel are put front and center for the press, smiling for photos, fielding questions, doing the whole song and dance, Shedeur is tucked away, going to work, quietly slicing through the first-team defense like it's practice film. And if you still think this is all smoke, just ask All-Pro cornerback Denzel Ward. Ward doesn't rotate with the 2s or 3s. He's not down there scrimmaging against scout team nobodies. So how does he know Shedeur looks different at quarterback? Because he's been going against him. You don't say he's spinning that thing different unless you're on the field feeling it. Let that sink in. The media's not telling you this because they've been spoon-fed a different narrative. A distraction, a smokescreen, whether it's for trade leverage or locker room politics. The Browns have been running the oldest play in the book. Let the media believe what you want them to, while you quiet. Develop your future behind closed doors. Think about it. If Mary Kay suddenly praises Shedeur's growth, it's not because she stumbled across a hidden gem. It's because someone let her see the truth, and the truth was too loud to ignore. It's wild when you stop and really consider it. Shadur Sanders, one of the most efficient, productive quarterbacks in college football, fell all the way to the 5th round of the NFL draft. That's not just a slight. That's malpractice. But why? Let's call it what it is. Politics, prejudice, pompous GMs who overthink themselves out of a good decision because they're scared of the spotlight, scared of the Sanders brand, scared of Dion. Teams didn't pass on Shedeur because of a lack of talent. They passed on him because of the media firestorm that follows the Sanders name. The expectations, the cameras, the swagger, the pressure. They weren't drafting a quarterback, they thought. They were drafting a headline. What they missed, and what Clev might have just lucked into, is that Shedeur isn't about the circus. He's about the grind. This kid grew up under the tutelage of an NFL Hall of Famer. He's been absorbing game tape since he was in middle school. He didn't flinch under pressure at Jackson State, and he didn't blink when Colorado went from national darling to tabloid chaos. He was built for this. And now, the NFL's about to see exactly what they passed on. A poised, sharp, calculated QB who's been under center going against first-team NFL defenses and earning respect from guys like Denzel Ward, and doing it all without making a sound. Meanwhile, teams who chose lesser prospects in the 2nd or 3rd round are already dealing with buyer's remorse. And trust me, once Shedeur hits the preseason stage and starts throwing darts under pressure, the regret will be palpable. You'll see franchises scrambling to explain how they missed this one. Spoiler alert, they didn't miss. They ignored. Zoom out for a second. Take a pause. Look at the quarterback landscape across the NFL, and you'll start to see why this Shedeur story hits even harder. The Jets are desperately hoping Aaron Rodgers' Achilles doesn't implode again. The Patriots are juggling rookie QBs like it's a 3-ring circus. The Raiders? They've got a revolving door under center that hasn't slowed down since Derek Carr left. And then there's Chicago, still trying to convince themselves Justin Fields was the issue, while Caleb Williams learns the ropes. Chaos everywhere. That's why what the Browns are doing? quietly grooming a rookie QB in the shadows looks like pure brilliance in comparison. While other franchises are scrambling, the Browns are building strategically, patiently, quietly. But don't mistake quiet for weak. Shadur Sanders is already lighting up one of the league's better defenses, and he's doing it behind the scenes. And when you stack his current progress against the uncertainty everywhere else in the league, you start to realize something huge. The Browns might actually be ahead of the curve? I know, it sounds crazy. This is the Cleveland Browns we're talking about. The same team that's been cursed at QB since the invention of the forward pass. But if Shedeur is the real deal, and players like Ward sure think he is, then the Browns may have pulled off one of the greatest rookie heists in recent history. This isn't just a hidden gem. This is a franchise-altering, league-shifting wildcard hiding in plain sight. And when Shedeur finally gets unleashed in the preseason, when he's no longer behind the curtain, we're going to see just how fast the narrative changes again. Haters, they're already sweating. GMs who passed on him, they're watching closely. And media outlets, they're preparing to switch sides like they're trading jerseys. Welcome to the new era. The Shadur Sanders era might be coming faster than anyone expected. And the NFL isn't ready. Did we mention that Deion Sanders has been spotted at multiple Browns practices? While officially there just to watch, Prime's presence alone brings pressure. But unlike other helicopter dads of sports stars, Prime knows how to walk the line, always visible, never intrusive. In one viral moment caught on a fan cam, Deion fist-bumped Shedeur after a bomb to Cedric Tillman and whispered, "They gonna find out. Let 'em wait." You can't script this stuff. The Browns open the preseason against the Bears. All eyes will be on the QB rotation. But if Shedeur gets even a few reps with the first team and does what insiders say he's already doing in camp, the floodgates of public pressure will open. Imagine this scenario. Pickett looks shaky. Gabriel looks decent but inconsistent. Shedeur drops back, cool as ice, throws a 30-yard dime on the run. Twitter explodes. Threads ignite. Talk shows dedicate entire segments to the QB dilemma. And Cleveland? They won't be able to hide him much longer. The narrative is shifting, fast. Haters, whether they're old-school analysts, rival fans, or doubters from the draft, are scrambling to spin it. Too early to tell. Let's see him in real games. Practice isn't pressure. But those same critics celebrated rookie camp throws from J.J. McCarthy and hyped up Jaden Daniels for a single OTA bomb. So why the double standard? Maybe it's because Shedeur wasn't supposed to be this good. Not yet. Not here. Not in Cleveland. But guess what? He is. So here's the bottom line. The Browns are hiding something. Or more accurately, someone. The players are talking. The coaches are watching. And fans, they're about to witness the unveiling of Shadur Sanders. Whether he starts week 1 or not, the truth is out. Shadeur's time is coming, and the NFL better be ready. Because once the smoke clears, it won't be Kenny. It won't be Gabriel. It'll be Shedeur. And the haters, they'll be fuming.